My name is actor Richard Chamberlain. I died at the age of 90. I lived a life most could only dream of, filled with art, love, fame, and the pursuit of truth through performance. From my breakout role as Dr. Kildare to becoming a heartthrob in the Thorn Birds, I poured my soul into every character I played. The spotlight was both a blessing and a burden, and yet, I embraced it with grace. Behind the scenes, I fought battles few knew about, facing the challenges of identity, acceptance, and staying true to myself in an era when silence was often the safer choice. But in time, I found peace in authenticity. I traveled the world, loved deeply, created passionately, and tried to leave behind stories that would live long after I was gone. If my work made you feel something, anything, then my life was worth every moment. Now, as the curtain falls, I say thank you. To my fans, to my friends, to the art that gave me life. I may be gone, but the roles, the memories, and the love endure.
The lights dimmed softly across the stage of time, but his presence still lingers, like an echo in the hearts of millions. It was just another quiet Saturday morning in Hawaii, until the news broke. Richard Chamberlain was gone. 90 years old, complications from a stroke. The world had lost more than an actor. It had lost a symbol of grace, complexity, and transformation. And suddenly, the silence felt deeper, heavier. Because for many, Richard wasn't just a star on a screen. He was the first crush, the quiet hero, the misunderstood lover, the conflicted priest. And now, he was memory. Long before streaming and social media defined fame, there was Dr. Kildare, a fresh-faced young man with kind eyes and a white coat who appeared in American living rooms and captured hearts all over the globe. He wasn't just playing a doctor, he was a dream. Women wrote letters by the thousands, men admired the quiet strength he radiated, and Richard, behind the scenes, wrestled with a secret life the world wasn't ready to accept. He smiled through interviews, won Golden Globes, walked red carpets, but always carried the weight of silence. A man born in 1934, growing up in Beverly Hills, earning a degree in art, serving his country in Korea, and then being thrust into the blazing spotlight of Hollywood at a time when being different wasn't just difficult, it was dangerous. And yet he performed, he painted, he loved, he lived. Every role, every smile, every interview a dance between authenticity and armor. But he wasn't just Dr. Kildare, he was Octavius Caesar. He was the daring D'Artagnan in the Three Musketeers. He was Father Ralph in the Thorn Birds, the tortured priest caught between divine duty and forbidden love. Millions watched, hearts pounding, as he carried that unbearable tension with trembling hands and haunted eyes. That's when they began calling him the king of the miniseries. Because Richard didn't just play roles, he bled through them. Behind the scenes, he built a life with Martin Rabbit. Quietly, peacefully, far from the world that had once demanded silence. And when the cameras stopped rolling, he painted, he sang, he stepped onto Broadway with elegance and humility. He aged like the best stories do, not with noise, but with wisdom. In recent years, you might have caught a glimpse of him in a sitcom, a drama, a mystery, still holding space on screen like few ever could. His final film role came in 2019, but even that feels recent, because legends don't really fade. They just echo. And yesterday, that echo paused. No more curtain calls, no more monologues. Just the hush of goodbye. Martin Rabbit's words cut through the silence like a final scene. Our beloved Richard is with the angels now. He is free and soaring to those loved ones before us. But what does free really mean? Maybe after all these years, Richard Chamberlain is finally unburdened. Not just from age or illness, but from the weight of performance, from a life lived half in shadow. And now, it's our turn to reflect. Because his story isn't just one of Hollywood glamour or old-school charm, it's a story of survival, of restraint and courage, of what it costs to dream while hiding, and what it means to live a quiet, full life once the spotlight fades. If you've ever hidden a piece of yourself, felt like the world couldn't see the real you, Richard's life speaks to you, and it tells you you're not alone. Let's not let this be just another forgotten obituary in the news cycle. Share his legacy. Tell his story. Watch the Thorn Birds again. And remember what vulnerability looks like on screen. Think of how many doors he quietly opened. And if you're holding back your truth, maybe today's the day you stop. Because Richard Chamberlain didn't just act, he endured, he transformed, and in doing so, he gave all of us permission to be more human. Don't let his light fade quietly, pass it on.